Hey everybody, it's time for a little yoga, a little energizing yoga, a little twisting, a little stretching, and you'll be ready for the rest of your day. I've got a band, we're going to use that to stretch your hamstrings with, and I have a Stilton England, so hopefully he will get into the Zen zone as we get going here. So let's just begin by lifting up tall, nice long back, tall posture, shoulders over hips, and let's just relax and breathe. So deep breath in, full breath out. This time belongs to you on your mat. So just come inward and make this session work for you. Continue with that breath. We're going to carefully here drop that chin towards your chest. And lift the chin up to the sky. And come to the center, take an ear to a shoulder. And opposite side. Let's do that once again. Here, let's take your right hand. We're going to reach your right hand on around behind you. Maybe grab that left forearm, that left wrist. And once that right arm is behind you, let's take that right ear over to the shoulder once again. And then we're going to drop your nose towards your knee. Release, come on up to the top. We're going to take that left hand around, grab that right wrist, still up tall, left ear, left shoulder, and then drop your nose towards that knee. And excellent. Release to the top. Slide those hands to those knees. Scoop, drop down, seated cat stretch. And lift up nice and tall. Fabulous. Rotation to the side here. And to the other side. Excellent. Back we go to the center. Arms come right on out to the side. Inhale, lift tall. Reach, interlace those fingers, reach and extend, super tall, long, lifted body. Breathe in and breathe out. Relax those shoulders, drop on over to the right. So dip it on over. And up tall. Lower those hands right on down to your heart. Same side. Drop that elbow over. This time, let's go ahead and look up. And to the center. Excellent. Up, so we can drop left. Lift, lower down, left elbow drops on over. Return to the center. Take those hands, press those hands right on down into your mat. Lift up long through that spine. Take a little weight out of those hips. Feel that mid-back lengthen out. Breathe here. Rest. Fantastic. So I'm going to take those legs over to the side here into just a nice mermaid position. And once we're here, let's go ahead and rock and roll out that hip. So just lift it, reach it forward, stretch into your hip flexors, and then roll that hip back to the floor. So just a little lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. We're going to relax here in the center. Let's rotate in the direction of that leg that's in the front. Open up that chest, look up. And we're going to go ahead and step those hands forward and drop forward just in the direction of that knee. So come on down. Wherever you'd like to be is good. We'll go ahead and walk it in, roll it up, and then from here, let's just rotate into a more intense spinal twist. So look over that shoulder, look back towards those toes behind you. And come on around to the center. Good. Take those legs over to the other side, the other mermaid. And then once you're there, go ahead and rock and roll out that opposite hip. Excellent. Relax it there. Rotation. So we've got one hand on either side of that knee. Open up that chest. Lift up. Look up. And walk it forward. Drop it down. Come on in, roll it up, and then find that spinal twist. Excellent. Come on back to the center. Let's go ahead and just hold both of those legs forward. Grab those thighs, lift up. Nice and long. And we're going to rock out those hips just a little bit more. But for a moment, breathe here. And then we're going to go ahead and duck walk those feet out to the side. We want some space there between those feet. And let's go ahead and just windshield wiper those hips here, side to side. Excellent. Go ahead here. I'm just going to bring those feet back to the center. Grab those thighs once again. Lift up tall, nice and long. And then we're going to hang on to those thighs. Drop the chin to the chest. Scoop and round to just a nice cat stretch. But we're going to hinge back. So we're just hanging on to those thighs to hang on to that balance. And just look down at that tummy as you hinge back. You can really feel those shoulder blades really press into that wall behind me. And lovely. Up we go, nice and long. Breathe in. And breathe out. You're going to carefully roll down onto your mats, onto your backs. So maybe tuck up your tails as you do that. But let's go ahead and come on down. Relax here, and just as always, tune in to your body. Now that we've changed position, so soften your shoulders. Most of us carry all of our tension up there, so go ahead and let that go. Breathe in and breathe out. Wherever you hold that tension, you do not need it. So let's go ahead here. We are going to hug that right knee into the body. We're going to push that left leg down and out along your mat. So we're just finding our Apanasana pose. There we go. Just really pull that right leg in, really flex both feet here. And shall we engage that core? Let's go ahead and curl your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Look down at those toes. And release back down to that mat. Excellent. We're going to go ahead and try that other side. So stretch that right leg down and out along your mat. Hug the left leg in. Flex that left foot. Actually flex both feet. And really pull that left leg into the body. Nice. Time to engage that core. So take a breath. Scoop head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Look down at those right toes. And release and relax. Excellent. Both feet to that mat. Fabulous. Let's go ahead here. Cross those ankles. So I've got that right ankle in front of the left. And we're just going to flop those knees forward. So there we go. As we flop those knees forward, tune into your hips. One hip flopped a little bit further forward than the other. Slide your hands here behind your head. And then let's just slide that right elbow down in the direction of that right knee. Here we go. We're going to really work into that side body a little bit more today. Lengthen into the left. And we'll come back to the center. And then let's just uncross and then recross. So now I've got that left ankle in front of the right. Go ahead and flop those knees forward. There we go. Tune into those hips. And then once you flop forward, left elbow, slide it on down to that left knee. Just kind of flop it over there. Stretch into the right side. Excellent. Untangle. Back to the center. Bring those legs together. Untangle everything. And we are going to go ahead and stretch out your hammies. So you need your band, your strap today. I'm just going to rotate on around today. So once we go ahead and grab that strap, towel, band, whatever you have, let's push that right leg up to the sky and let us stretch out that right hammy. So push out and away. Right heel reaches up, those right toes just kind of relax down towards you. Pull down gently. And there's no pressure on this left foot. You want to make sure your back is just connected to the floor as we stretch out that right hamstring. Are you tensing up into your shoulders? Let go. Nice. And you're going to transfer that strap just into your right hand. That left arm is going to reach behind you to the floor. And then from here, let's go ahead and roll all the way over onto your left side. So that right foot comes out to the floor just in front of your nose. Still pressing out through that right heel. And then we're going to lift up into Sleeping Vishnu. So we'll just lift up that right leg. Maybe pull that right leg a little closer to your ear. from our sleeping Vishnu. Let's go ahead and just maybe reposition that left arm. Roll back onto your back and allow that right leg to come on out to the side. We've got a little inner thigh stretch. Release that strap. Let that right leg reach on over, float on over to that left thigh, and there's our through the hole pose. Excellent. Maybe pull those legs in just a little bit more there. Maybe scoop the nose and that left knee towards each other. And release it down. Excellent. Untangle everything. There we go. Tune into your hips, to your hammies, to your shoulders. Always breathe in and breathe out. Good. Grab that strap. We're going to go ahead and stretch out that left side. So I'm just going to flip around. And then I'll go ahead and loop up that left foot. Hammy stretch. Just evening everything out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Transfer that strap into that left hand. Right arm, reach it behind your head just for a little support there. And then once you're ready, let's go ahead and roll all the way to your right side. Left foot comes forward out in front of your nose. And lift it right on up into Sleeping Vishnu. Maybe pull it a little closer towards your ear. And then roly to your back. Let that left leg drop out and open. To the side, inner thigh stretch. Hammy two. Release that left leg and then go ahead and finish up with through the hole pose. Scoop those hands right on around behind that right thigh. Breathe here. And when you pull those legs in just another wee little bit, breathe in. And breathe out. Fabulous. Untangle those legs. Go ahead and grab those thighs, pull them right on into the body. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then we are going to go ahead and rock up to a seated position. So let's go ahead and come on up. Stretch those legs forward up in front of you. Give them a nice little wiggle. Good. Breathe in, reach to the sky. And breathe out, hinge forward, drop your nose right on down towards those shins. And we will scoop ourselves up to the top. Lift tall, shoulders down, breath in, breath out. You're ready to flip to those hands and knees. So up we go. Flip yourselves right on over. There we are. So as always, if you prefer, make fist with your hands, or you can flatten those palms out. So where we are here on our hands and knees, let's start with a cat stretch. We're just gonna round that spine, drop that head down, look at those thighs, look at that tummy. And then from here, we're just gonna then drop back into a neutral spine position. And then lift up the head, lift up the glutes. There is our cow pose. Feel a nice stretch into that tummy as that belly button drops down. And lovely, back to the center. So let's go ahead and move through that. We're gonna make it a little bit larger, but let's start with peacock. So flex that right foot, push that right leg up to the sky. Again, drop the belly button to the floor. Lift the head, lift the chin, lift that right leg up, up, up. Inhale, up here into peacock. Exhale, pull that knee up towards your nose and just scoop everything in, round the back, shoulder blades to the sky. Good. Push the right leg up, peacock, inhale, right here. And exhale, scoop it up. Take a few of these. Inhale and then exhale. Bringing everything back to all fours. Once you're there in a neutral spine position, let us sit back into Balasana. Maybe slide those hands forward, widen your knees if you need a little bit more room, and let that head come down. And then once you're there, let's go ahead and take both of those hands over to the left side of your mat. So big step over, and then we can push those hips over to the right. And if you'd like, when you're here, take that left hand and just reach that left hand back towards those feet. Good. Untangle, release, back up to all fours. Hopefully it was a nice stretch into that right side. Let's go ahead and work on the left. So left foot, let's go ahead and inhale up into peacock. Lift the chin, lift the nose, lift the foot, and then exhale. Dropping that left knee towards the nose. Scoop it in, round the spine, and then up we go. Inhale. And exhale. Continue. Good. We're going to come back to all fours. And then once you're there, let's sit back. Balasana. Wiggle into your Balasana. Take a big step over to the right with both hands. And then once you're there, maybe that right hand can reach back towards your feet. we'll just release. Come on back to the center. Tuck up your toes in the back. Lift yourselves up to down dog. And from here, we're going to go ahead and come down into our plank position. There we are. Fabulous. Knees to the mat. Release your toes. Chin and chest to the mat. And then scoop up into Cobra. So lifting up, shoulders down, breathing here. Lovely. Whilst you are here, engaging, making sure that those glutes are tight, let's go ahead and lift the right thigh off the floor. And then the left. And then both. Rest. Legs come down. Sit back. Balasana. Up we go. Back to hands and knees. Find your down dog. There we are. From that down dog, let's go ahead and just maybe walk those feet forward towards those hands, hanging out, forward fold, soft knees. Before we soften up even more, and slowly roll to standing. Come on up. Take a breath. Inhale up. And exhale down. Hands to the heart. Namaste. Tune into everything. Now that we have come standing, breathe here. And lovely. Let's do a little bit of standing, some standing twists. So we're going to make sure that those hips, they don't go anywhere, right? So let's just make sure those hips are forward. Bring your hands to your heart. Namaste. And let's just begin with a rotation here. So a little twist to the right. Just that upper body. So twisting to the right, I can feel a little squeeze into that right side. And we'll come on back. And we're going to do that again. This time though, let's take those right toes to the floor just for a little bit of balance, still lifting tall into that standing side, but we will rotate again to the right. Beautiful. Come back to the center. Now, if you're feeling the fancy, lift up that right leg and rotate into our dancing Shiva. To the center, right foot down, and then sit it down into chair before we press tall. Same thing, now we'll rotate to the left. So standing tall, hands at your heart, namaste, rotation left. Leave those hips facing in front. Center, left toes to the floor right here for a little bit of balance. Rotate left. And center, and then if you can, lift up that left foot, rotate, dancing Shiva. To the center, left foot down, have a little seat into chair, and press tall. Good. Release, wiggle it on out, wiggle everything, and again, make sure you are up, you are lifted. Fabulous. So let's do just a couple of sun salutations. I'm going to go ahead and rotate, come on up towards the front of my mat. Bring my hands back to the heart and namaste. We'll just do 3 rounds. Modify as you need to. Here we go. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, hinge forward, reach for that mat, take that right foot, give it a big step back, and there's a nice lunge as we look forward and look up in that lunge. Hip flexor stretch. Good. Right knee to the mat, release those right toes, look up. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, step back, down dog. Forward to plank. We're gonna go ahead and lower all the way down to the mat. Release your toes, curl to cobra. And release down. Tuck the toes, press up, plank. Down dog. Take that right foot, swing it on up to the front. Good, look up. Left knee down, left toes release. And tuck the toes, lift the knees, step forward. Reverse that swan dive. Inhale. And exhale to the hearts. Once again, inhale up and back. Exhale, hinge it forward. Right foot, back we go. Runner's lunge. This time let's go ahead and drop that right knee and release those toes so that we can lift up into our monkey pose. And then we'll open up that chest. Look up here. Good. Reach tall before those hands come down. Tuck the toes, lift the knee, step back, down dog. Plank, lower it down. Release, cobra. Finding your plank. And then your down dog. And then taking that right leg and swinging it on up to the front. Left knee down, left toes release. Up, monkey pose, and open the chest. Up, 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 hands down, tuck the toes, lift the knee, left foot to the front, reverse that swan dive, inhale, and exhale. Fabulous. One more round, inhale, up and back. Exhale, hinge and reach. Right foot, back it goes. Fantastic. Leave that right hand on the mat, scoop the left arm up. Take the left arm over the ear. Reach long. Through the fingers, through those right toes. Lift up. Lower down. Step back. Down dog. Let's go find up dog. So, plank, knees, toes. Mush up those hind parts. Up dog. Good. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, down dog. Take that right foot, swing it on up forward. There we go. Once you're here, left hand stays put, right arm reaches, and then over the ear. Good. Up and down. Fantastic. Left foot, step it on up to the front. Reverse your swan dive. Inhale. And exhale. To the heart. Namaste. Breathe. Very nice. Wiggle everything out. Give everything a little bit of a shake. So we're going to come down. We're going to find a little balance or a little crow, depending on what you were feeling today. But before we do that, lift up long, tune into that posture, breathe in here, and breathe out. Lovely. Folding forward, hands to the mat. Once you are here, let's go ahead and sink down. We're going to lift the heels off the mat, and then maybe just bring your hands here to your heart. Maybe rest your elbows on your knees, and we will hang out in a little balance, trying not to wiggle those heels around. If you are feeling the crow today, nice wide palms on that mat, go ahead and hug up those upper arms with those thighs, and we will work to lift one foot at a time off the floor, and then maybe both. You happen to be. Let's go ahead and set both feet back on the mat. Bring those hands to the floor, and we'll just come back to all fours. Once you're there, scoop it up, cat stretch. Flatten it out, neutral spine. Bring both knees together. There. Knees together, feet together. Let's just drop both hips to the right and stretch into that right side. And up and over, taking both hips down to the left, a little bit more weight into that left hand, stretching into that left side body. Breathe here. And up we go. Let us have a seat onto those hind parts. And then slowly, slowly roll down. Knees to the chest. Maybe rock it out a little. And then maybe one more spinal twist. So arms to the side, T position, both knees to the right. Both knees to the left. And to the center. Fabulous. Both feet on the mat. Slide those legs down and out along your mat. And now let's just relax and find yourself an easy, cozy space for our remaining time. So right here, ready for Yoga Nidra. Let's just take in a deep breath. Inhale. And then as you exhale, let that body, allow that body just to sink into the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. So with your eyes closed, let's just quiet the mind, soften the body. Just allow everything to melt into the mat, letting go of everything between the toes, the fingertips, the crown of the head. Exhale and sink into your space. Focusing on the breath. And just melting into your mat. Let's come inward into that area that is just before sleep. Let's hover here and enjoy a few moments of solitude.
gently. Let's just bring your awareness back into your space and back into your breath. So take a moment just to feel that breath. Feel that chest rise and fall. Establishing that breathing rhythm. Wiggling those fingers and toes around a little. And then maybe here, maybe you're rolling over onto your side for just another moment. You can stay here, or maybe press on up into a seated position. Wherever you happen to be, let's close your eyes and come inward for a final moment of quiet. Loka, Samasta, Sukhino, Bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Shanti means peace. Om Shanti to you. And thank you for stretching today. Om Shanti. Namaste. Good job, guys. Remember, as you put your mat away, be good to yourselves, be kind to yourselves, go outside, get your vitamin D, hydrate, and as always, go wash your paws. Namaste, guys. Bye-bye. Hi guys, today's session was very energizing, a lot of twists, a lot of balance, a lot of concentration, but very energizing, and some of us started out that way beforehand. So from Stilton, England, and from me, go wash your paws. Bye-bye.